We're here in Tampa, and we have a customers complaining about low pressure. First thing we do is look at the. You want to look for leaks. So we go to zone 1. As soon as we activate zone 1, we find a leak. You might give you like the impression that it's probably a leak only. So we go to zone 1 and we find a leak right there. And then we find another leak in the back. This is zone 1 here by that flag there. So on zone 1 we found those 2 leaks. That's for sure making it, low pressure, but he was also saying there was low pressure to all the zones. So we went to zone 2, and when we went to zone 2, this same leak, stayed on. That doesn't mean that based off when we turn on the zone, what happens is that even though you turn on the zone, doesn't mean that you turn on zone 1. When there's a bad valve, any water that flushes into the system will just either run to zone 1 or any of the valves that are malfunctioning. But we're thinking, based off my speculation, I think this is zone 1 from the way I was running the system. This is this runs zone 2, but it since that zone 1 is stuck open, the valve is stuck open, and it's just letting water flush through. We have to on zone 2, we actually need to locate the valve and get it replaced, zone 1, to stop that continuous flow. So we come through here. We have to locate the valves. Most of the times your valves are going to be next to your backflow, but this right here, he's on reclaimed water. You can tell by the color, the pink, and the pink box in the front that he has over there. So this is a backflow. It used to be a backflow, but since they switched over to reclaimed water, this is what they ended up with. So your main line comes from through here, and you usually can find the valves in close to the main line shut off. This is where it comes in, and it feeds into this pipe here. Feeds here, and then this is constant flow of water, and here's your valve. This is the valve here. Most of the times these valves are clustered together. This customer has 4 zones. So the water comes, just to give you an explanation, the water comes down through here and feeds through here, and this is constant flow of water. So the water's constant flow here. It feeds this valve, and this valve can tell you where the water's going. You see that arrow key there? That means the water's going this way. It's going that way. So every time this valve, this solenoid, activates this diaphragm inside and lets water go out to the zone. From me looking at this here, that means that they have the zone somewhere else. There should be, since he has 3 zones, there should be 2 additional valves. And these valves can be, they can be anywhere, because the system, they customize it. Again, it goes to a lawn sprinkler, or just sometimes they do it themselves. So that line can come here like that, go that direction, which is, I'm thinking that's what it is, but look, we have a tracker, so we'll be able to find it. But I'm just giving an explanation. Or I've seen it even go back towards the front of the lawn, which doesn't make any sense. So what I'm going to do next here, the way I'm going to solve this customer's problem is I'm gonna have to locate these valves as it is when we uncovered this valve here, because like I said, whenever you want to start looking for your valves, you want to look where your main shutoff is at, and you'll have 2 pipes sticking above the ground like that. That gives you a sign to where to start looking for your valves. Once your valves are all caked up with dirt and everything, that's just basically giving you always want to make sure that whenever you're doing your valves, I'm gonna be honest with you, these valves I'd rather be above ground, because I've noticed that when you have valves above ground, they run for it like triples the lifetime on that valve. and they're easily accessible. The thing is that it becomes a problem if with the mower or somebody hits it, but it's at your own discretion if you want to do that. You have the valve cover here. This is already caked up, so I recommend replacing this. You can tell this is an old valve. It still activates. I can manually turn it on, but I need to locate the other two valves to get this problem fixed, because one of these valves are stuck open. Once we replace that valve, we'll restore 100% pressure to each zone, and then we can complete our evaluation.